I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually a little bit stressed out and I feel like I just have so much I need to get done today. So I'm really glad you're here with me today, helping me get some of my market prepping done for my next market. It's in less than 2 weeks, which is coming up so soon. I have a ton of products that I'm looking at right now that I need to sort through, I need to tag, I need to price some new items and inventory all of it. So I honestly am pretty clueless on how much I have here, and I need some clarity going into my market. I need to know what I have so I can better prep for my display, and also I have a couple weeks left where I can prep some more products as well. So I want to know where I'm at with everything. So yeah, I'm going to show you right now all the stuff that I need to get through today. Okay, can you see why I'm feeling a little overwhelmed now? All of this needs priced and inventoried. All of this is product from last season. So honestly, all of this stuff is already priced, but I still need to go through and inventory what's left here, and it's totally not organized, so I need to go through and organize all that. And then this, I'm pretty sure, is a bin of stuff I wanted to clearance out. Some of these hats, I'm pretty sure this was the first hat I made on the Addy machine. It's like way too long. So some of this stuff just needs to be in a clearance bin. And the trees, I'm not sure if I'm going to bring or not, but I don't know. It's in June, but these are really cute and they might sell still. So I guess it just depends on where I'm at with everything in my display, but yeah, this is not even everything. Lighting is horrible in here because it is my living room, but this little army has been taking over my living room. I've got a lot of keychains that I've been making the last couple days, these wristlets. Look at these cuties. They're so cute. And then I got the chickens too. So yeah, these are all stuff that I've been prepping for the market, and this is stuff that I need to go through and actually price because I have no idea what to charge for these yet. And yeah, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, so let's just get started. Hey makers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Camryn and I run the crochet boutique called Camryn's Cute Creations. I sell primarily at craft shows, and I am actually prepping for a show that I have in less than 2 weeks, so time is definitely not on my side right now. I feel like I kind of procrastinated this market because this is my off season. I usually don't do markets during the summer, but I like to do them once in a while, especially to vlog them. By the way, I am vlogging this one that I have coming up, so if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, be sure to subscribe down below because that's gonna be a really fun vlog. I've never done this event before, but it is going to be hopefully the biggest event I've ever done. I'm not sure about how much I'm gonna sell because I'm selling a lot of winter product and it is in June, so we'll see how that goes. I am super excited because I prepped some stuff just for this market. It is called Farm Chicks, so I made those little chicken snugglers, a bunch of stuff that I need to price, a bunch of stuff that I need to tag. So today, I just want to thank you so much for hanging out with me, and if you have stuff that you need to prep for your market as well, why don't we just do this together? You know, you have stuff to work on, I have stuff to work on. Let's do it together in this video and just be productive today, you know? I'm actually so curious to see how much inventory I have because in my head, I think it's about $4,000 worth of inventory. But honestly, I'm not really sure where I'm getting that number. I'm just kind of coming up with it. I think it's 4,000, and I think it's 4,000 because I want it to be 4,000. If I had $4,000 worth of inventory, I'd be feeling really good right now, but honestly, I don't know. So at the end of this video, when we get done tagging everything and inventorying everything, we will know how much I actually have going into my next market and also prep for a few items that I'm gonna want to make in the next couple weeks leading up to the market as well. So I feel like we're gonna feel a lot better and a lot more productive at the end of today when I have my stuff inventoried. I know exactly what I have and exactly what I need to do leading up to the market that's coming up in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. I'm so excited that you're here with me today. I can't wait to just be productive and get some stuff done. And of course, this is a vlog, but I sprinkle in tips and tricks for doing markets and selling crochet with all of my videos. So stay tuned for some really helpful tips on helping you grow your crochet business as well. And yeah, I'm just really glad you're here with me today because I've been putting this off for a while. It needs to get done. And the fact that I'm vlogging it just makes me actually do it. So let's get started. I'm just sitting down to add some of these products, get them tagged. I'm going to go through and inventory everything later. So right now I'm just focusing on tagging them, getting the SKU number on there. And these are all products that are already in my system. So I already have SKU numbers for everything. So it's just honestly a lot of tagging. I do have tagging videos, so be sure to check those out for, how to make your own tags, how to tag products, all that. But for right now, I just have a ton of products to get through and get tagged. So we're going to do that right now. So I'm not going to lie. I thought I would have more done at this point in the day. It's already 11 a.m. and all I have really got around to doing is pricing 7 pairs of booties, which feels like absolutely nothing. Just a quick little thing, my morning. I lost my Invisalign trays that are the ones I'm supposed to be wearing. So I just hunted around the house for them for I'm not even kidding you, 2 hours, and had to call the orthodontist. And anyways, this whole thing, you don't need to know all this, but I'm feeling even more behind than I already was. And now I just need to sit down and tag a bunch of stuff. So I am on the floor of my at-home studio, and I am going to just tag a ton of stuff, and I'm going to try to get through it as quick as possible. I wanted to get through all this tagging before noon. I don't think that's going to happen, but okay, let's do it, I've got 16 more pairs of baby booties that need priced. I already priced these ones right here. So I'm going to go through and make 16 tags kind of all at once. So I like to do that so I get through this quicker. Let's see how long this takes me to do because I got a lot more stuff to do. I need to just get it done. You know what? I'm not going to let that ruin my whole day. We're back to pricing. We're back to getting some stuff done. And you know what? That's just kind of part of being an entrepreneur. Part of being a small business owner is stuff that you didn't expect is going to happen. And you just have to adapt and adjust to it. And yeah, I didn't know I was going to lose my Invisalign this morning and waste all that time. But you know what? It's all good. We're back to it. I'm going to try to be as productive as I possibly can today. Get a lot of this stuff priced. I really want to know the inventory amount. I think that's going to give me a lot of just relief as far as my stress goes right now, because I just don't know. And I really want to know how much I have so I know how much I want to make for the show. So yeah, I don't know. I feel so behind, so anxious, and I'm showing up real for you right now because, it's totally normal to feel overwhelmed before a show. It's a big deal. There's a lot of prep that goes into it. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and I feel like I don't want to pretend like doing shows is easy. It's definitely not. There's a lot of the work that goes into it, but what I love to teach people is it's not easy, but it's worth it. And it is really worth it, especially when you're at your show and it's a good one and you're selling a lot and you see people wearing the items you made. It's the best feeling ever. But sometimes some of the prep doesn't go as smoothly as you hope, and it's totally normal. And by the way, it's totally normal to feel like you don't have enough inventory. I don't feel like I have enough inventory. I don't feel like I have enough of the right inventory, I guess, for this market. I feel like I need more summer items, and I just don't have a lot of it, and I only have 2 weeks to prep more. So I know I'm not going to be able to have as much stuff as far as summer stuff as I'd like at this market. But you know what? It's all good. I'm only one person. I can only physically make so much. And also, I feel like I'm still going to do well, even with it's not being a ton of summer inventory. I feel like I still will do well at this market. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I am vlogging the market, so I will post about it when I'm done and give you an update on how it went and all that. I may even film another market vlog prepping video as well. If you like this one, like this video, and I will know I can film another one, because I also have to get through all of my display stuff at some point, organize everything, and I haven't done that yet. And I'm definitely not going to get around to that today. Today is for tagging, pricing, and inventorying everything, and going through all of my display stuff. That's a whole nother thing. I'd probably need to block off a whole weekend for that, which is probably going to have to be this weekend, because the market is in 2 weeks. So next to do is tag all of these. I like to tag things in sections. So if it's the same color, the same size, same product, and same SKU, I make a ton of tags all at once. So I'm going to count all of these up and then make all of the tags and then tag them after that, instead of tagging each of them individually, writing everything out and then putting out a tag, writing everything out. I do all this and then I do all of this, and it saves so much time. So if you have a lot of the same product, definitely do it in sections like that. Okay, since I'm obviously behind schedule and I thought I would be way more through tagging at this point in the day, it's almost lunchtime and I am getting pretty hungry and I do need a little break here in a minute. So instead of getting everything tagged before lunch, that was my original plan, I'm going to have to make a new plan, which is get everything tagged and priced by like 4-ish, because I have a spin class that I'm doing tonight and I want to make sure it's done before that. That way when I get home from my spin class, Peyton will be home from work and he can help me do some inventory, which wasn't really the original plan, but I am running out of time and he has helped me do inventory before, and it is really nice because I will count everything and I'll just tell him what to write down and it goes through a lot quicker. But if you're the only one doing your inventory, trust me, you can do it alone. It takes a little bit longer if you do it alone, but I do it alone all the time. I'm gonna try to see if Peyton will help me because he'll be off and I'm running really low on time today and I still want to get all this done today. If you do have a friend or family member who is willing to help you out with doing your inventory, that can be really helpful. But again, you can do it alone. So don't worry if you don't have anybody to help you this time doing your inventory, because you can definitely do it alone too. It just takes a little bit longer. So my goal before lunch now is to get through tagging all of my baby bear hats. So I just finished doing the gray. I have some brown, I have some white, and then I have a few of these too. So these are really, really pretty. I only have a couple of them because I didn't have very much of this yarn left when I was working with it, but it's really cute. So I'm gonna go through, finish tagging all of those. And I found this random keychain and a whole bag of scrunchies. And I don't individually tag my keychains or scrunchies. I just use a sign to go next to them. So I'm pretty pumped I don't have to go through and tag this whole bag of stuff, but I still have quite a bit more tagging to do. You know, I'm feeling actually a lot better right now. Once I get through these bear hats, I think having something to eat is gonna help a lot too. We're on a good track. I think we're doing okay. I think it's gonna be okay. We've got this, right? In last week's video, I chatted about common fears that a lot of us have when it comes to pricing our products and selling our products. And I chatted a little bit about how actually your products are more valuable because you can only make so many items. You're not mass producing items. They all are so unique and you're so involved in the creative process. And I'm just having to tell myself that right now because I do this every time I go through my inventory. I'm so hard on myself and I'll be like, oh, well, I should have made more of that. Oh, if I brought more of that, it would have sold more. And I start going down this, I don't know, path of just being so hard on myself. Like, oh, I need to make more of that. I need to do more of that. And instead of thinking that way, I just have to remind myself that I made all of this stuff. Like, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty cool. And it is more unique because there's less of it. And I feel like I have a hard time with that because I get so into the selling and, you know, it's fun. It's fun to sell your stuff. And I feel like I get so obsessed with the amount of stuff I'm bringing because I love to sell stuff. It's really fun. Plus, this is my job. I need to make money doing it. But at the same time, it's okay. It's okay that I don't have so many items. That's totally fine. I have the items that I have. That's enough. And the way I price my items, I do make good money doing this, even if I don't sell a ton of stuff. That is kind of the beauty of running your own business, is you control your own prices and you control all of that, really. So you just have to find people who will spend what you're worth. And we chatted about this in last week's video, but I wanted to chat about it a little bit more. You can raise the prices on your products a little bit and you might sell less of that product, but you can only make so many items. So there's gonna be a point where if you're selling the item way too many times for a lower price point, you actually start getting to this point where you can't physically make any more items and keep up with the inventory, which is Just as stressful as stressing about not making sales is when you feel like you can't ever keep up on the inventory. So finding a sweet spot in your prices where, you know, people will still pay for it, because you obviously still have to sell it. And you also want to make sure it's still a fair price for your customers as well. But, you know, you can up your prices on some items. I know I keep saying this in this video, but I honestly am so happy that you're doing this with me today, because I've been stressed out about getting through this inventory for a while, and with my market coming up in less than 2 weeks, it's definitely something that I needed to get done. And usually when I'm doing this stuff, I feel kind of lonely in my business, you know, because I'm the only person making all my products. I'm the only person tagging all of it, selling all of it. I'm a one-woman show over here, and I know a lot of you are running your businesses just by yourself as well. So I think it's so cool that we get to hang out here on YouTube and do this together. I hope you're working on something right now too. And if you are, I would love to hear what you're working on in the comment section, so that I feel like, you know, we all were really productive today. And I am trying to grow the channel a little bit. So while you're down there commenting, if you can hit like on this video and even send it to a friend that you think might like this video, that would help me out a whole lot. So I really appreciate that if you have a moment to do that. But I just got done pricing all of the brown ones, and this is with the new Bernat blanket. By the way, the new Bernat blanket is a whole lot softer than the old formula that they were doing, so check out the new Bernat blanket. It is so soft, and the softer your items are, in my opinion, in my experience at markets, the better they sell. My velvet stuff sells really well because it's like the softest stuff ever. So I am going to stick everything that I just priced in this bag. I have so many of these Joann's bags. I don't know about y'all, but I kind of hoard the Joann's bags, and I use them to store product and crochet and yarn and all the things. So anyways, I might need some more bags because this one's almost already filled. I priced all of the baby bear hats, which I had quite a few of them. I didn't end up counting just because I don't know how many I already have made over here, and I didn't even deal with counting yet. That's what we're going to be doing later when we inventory everything. Right now, I'm just working on tagging everything. So, wow, this bag is full of baby bear hats. I definitely don't have all of my SKU numbers memorized. I have a couple of them memorized that I use really often, but look how many different variants I have available in all my different SKU numbers. So I have them all in this Google sheet so I can keep all of that information organized, and I can refer back to this as I'm pricing all of my items. Hello, I am now outside because it's actually really nice today, and I wanted to get some sunshine and perks of working for yourself, right? You can work wherever you want in your own house. So I'm in the backyard. You might hear some birds. I'm sitting by the bird feeder. Also people mowing their lawns and a little breeze coming through. So I apologize for that. But I'm really excited because we are gonna go start pricing some products of mine. In this video, I'm gonna walk through pricing in this little chicken, which you've probably seen this if you're friends with me on Instagram, or if you've seen my last couple videos. I've been talking about the amigurumi and plushies I've been making. So we are gonna actually walk through how I'm going to price this, because I have no price idea yet for this, and I want to make sure I'm making enough for my time and for my materials. So I'm using a new product that I am actually launching next month on my website. It's a digital product, a pricing calculator, but I'm so excited to show you all the calculator. But before we dive in, I just want to let you know that it's still being tested by my beta testers, and I actually have a couple of pieces I need to add to it still, so it's not completely done yet, but I was just too excited to use it and talk about it in a video. So we're using it before it's completely done. So I promise when I launch it next month, it's gonna be even better than it is now, but it's already insane. Like, this thing is seriously so helpful. So I got my laptop here. I'm actually gonna start a screen recording on here too, so you can see what I'm doing on my screen as I'm talking to you over here, so that we're all on the same page here, okay? So I now have you screen recording. The birds are kind of going crazy out here, so don't mind them. I have some notes written down about the prices going into this product, but this calculator does a lot of it for you. You just need to know how much you're spending like on a skein of yarn. So that's what I'm gonna put in here. I'm using the Bernat blanket yarn on this chicken. So that costs about $14-ish. And the size of that, so this is going to be how many grams is in there or how many items are included in there. Again, I'm going to explain all of this way better. Oh my gosh, these birds are going crazy. I'm going to explain all of this a lot better in an upcoming video on the calculator, but for the item size, I'm going to put 300 grams because there's 300 grams that are included in a skein of Bernat. And we're actually, for this project, only using 60 grams. So wait for it. It calculates all of that for you. It's like, oh yeah, we know exactly how much you're using. So definitely my calculator knows what's up. It's gonna calculate everything for you. Again, we can go in with another, we're gonna go in with another material. This is filled with polyfill. So let's write polyfill, and it's about $15.25. I feel like that's a little bit expensive for polyfill. I feel like I might have got that polyfill at Joann's. By the way, get your polyfill at Hobby Lobby. It's like way cheaper there, but that's how much for 12 ounces. And how many ounces we used was probably about 0.75. Again, I didn't completely measure these completely accurate, but if you want to be super accurate, you want to weigh your yarn. That is going to be the most accurate for getting the costs of all the stuff going into this. But again, for the sake of this video, we're gonna kind of guesstimate here, and I'm getting pretty close to accurate just guessing here anyways. So 0.75, so that's about 95 cents per chicken. That is polyfill, but that is because this polyfill is pretty expensive. You can get it for way cheaper than this, but I believe I got this polyfill at Joann's. So I'm going to put in that price, but in the future, I can go back and adjust all of this and re-come up with different prices and different profits and all of that. But for now, I am just doing this. So it's gonna total down here, the $3.76. That is how much it costs in materials to make this little chicken. So next, I'm gonna go down here to packaging. So packaging could include a lot of things. What I'm going to include right now in this price is the pin and the tag that I am using to price all of my items, because that's going to go on every one of these chickens. So I want to make sure I'm including that price in here as well. So let's put tags, and let's see how much I wrote down. I looked up how much I spent on these before the video. So it's about $74.12, and for that you get 500 tags for that, and then I only need one tag, so 15 cents per tag. But it's really important to incorporate as many expenses as you can in here. That way you know you're making enough for your time, right? We want to make sure we're profiting in our handmade businesses. Even though it is really fun, this isn't just for fun, so it is important to include these. Now this next one you're gonna totally crack up at. The little pins that I use, whoops, pins. I only need one of them, and it's about $15.25, and you get 1,000 of them, and I only need one of them, so 2 cents. 2 cents for the pin, but we're including that anyways. The only thing I'm really not including is the embroidered eyes, because that is literally, it's just about like 2 cents probably. So you can go in and weigh how much your eyes are adding to it and all of that as well. If you're using safety eyes, that's going to be more expensive, but this yarn is so cheap and you do not need very much of it, so I'm not including that in my price. And that's the thing about this calculator, you can include what you feel like you need to include. If there's some stuff that I'm including and you feel like, I don't really want to include that, you can totally use this calculator to make it your own and make it work for you and your business. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down. There's actually a website section as well, but I'm not even going to touch that right now because we're actually just looking at the craft show costs. But there is a website cost section, and in this calculator I have a section for craft shows and for your website, so it'll break down the cost for both of those because there's going to be different expenses going into both of those. You can still have the same price and charge the same price, but it's important to kind of look at how they differ, and maybe you want to adjust the price for shipping or website fees and things like that. So with that being said, we're just actually focusing on the craft show section right now. So I also have a place for card fees. So right now you get to put in the percent of the fee transaction that's taking out on the card. So my card reader, I use Square, and I actually have a full video about how to use Square if you want to check out that video next, but it takes 2.9% of each transaction. So I just added that in here. It also takes 25 cents, I believe. It's either 20 or 25. Whatever, it's 5 cents. Sure, I'll look at that later. I believe it's 25 cents per transaction. So I put those in there. And the best thing about this calculator is it's doing all the math for you. You don't have to be a math whiz. And Peyton, my husband, helps me set all of this up. Okay, so the next thing is a booth fee. Now you can put in your average booth fee and also average amount of items you will sell per market. Now this one's kind of tricky because if you haven't done a lot of markets, you don't really know, but if you can take your best guess, it'll allow you to see about how much you should be adding to all of your prices to make up for those booth fees. So that's an optional one. If you don't feel comfortable doing that right off the bat, you don't have to, but I will say it is really important eventually to incorporate that into your prices. That way you know you're making back that booth fee and it's not just like, oh, I'm gonna try to double my booth fee. Well, now you're starting to take profits out of your time, and it's just better to incorporate it if you can. But I totally get if it's one of your first shows and you don't know what to put here, you can put what I have here because that's pretty typical. $60 for a event and selling about 100 items. I feel like that's totally doable. Okay, so if we go over here, we can go into our labor costs. So that is how much you want to make per hour for making a product. So I have here crocheting, I wanna make at least $15 an hour. And I have that because it's actually a little bit less than minimum wage here. Our minimum wage is like seriously so high in Washington. So put whatever you feel comfortable here. Sometimes it depends on the project that you are making. So for me, I'm just gonna put $15 an hour here, but it could be 5, it could be 30, it could be whatever you want. I will have more videos and things explaining how to come up with that number for yourself, but just for the sake of this video, we want to get through this calculator and not just talk about every single section a bunch. I'm just so excited about this calculator. Can you tell? Are you gonna help price yourself, buddy? Okay. It takes me an hour to make one of these chickens. So you want to put in the minutes. Boom. Okay, that one's pretty easy because like, look, it's obviously gonna be that. Let's just say it took me 62 minutes. It adds in the exact amount that you want to make per hour. So it's really nice. So even if it's not like a perfect takes you an hour to make, actually, I think this does take me like a little less. So let's just put 55 minutes. And that is how much I want to make for this item, for my time making this item. Okay. So that's where we're at right now. There's also another section for other costs. Again, I'm not going to go too crazy in this video, but the calculator video, I will go into way more details on exactly how to use this thing and how to get the most out of it. But for the sake of this video, let's skip that part and we can go over here and add in chicken. I don't have a SKU number for it yet, but it will probably be 015. I believe that's the next one available. And now we can go down here and we can see the price breakdown. So right now, without adding any additional profits, any additional markup, all of that, we are looking at $18.27 to make sure I'm getting paid enough for my time, plus all of the materials and costs that go into this little guy right here. So $18.27. I feel like that's pretty fair for this, but I honestly feel like I could charge a bit more than that. So I am actually gonna play around with upping the cost a touch in the markup section. So you can use the section to mark up by a percentage. So I'm actually gonna do 20% and we'll see down here. Okay, so that is looking closer to now about $22. That is really awesome because you can see here my profit is 16.2, my labor cost is 61. So that's really, really good. This is all money that I am making. And then this is my costs over here. So oh, sales tax. I didn't include the sales tax in my price because I'm trying to find the sales tax, or I'm trying to find my price without the sales tax. Now, again, this is beginning stages of the calculator. There's probably a few things, especially spelling. I'm not the best speller and I'm not the best at math either, but my husband has been helping me with this. But there's definitely a few things that probably need tweaked before I launch it. But luckily, the launch isn't for another month and I have some beta testers working on getting me some feedback on the calculator. So even if this looks good, just pick picture it even better because I'm going to work on it even more before I release it and make the calculator even better. So super excited. I think we have a price for this little guy. I think it's $22. I think that's super fair. And yeah, let's go get him priced with all of his buddies. See, the weather is perfect. I have a couple more hours until my workout class. I think I'm just gonna take out all of my amigurumi out here, price everybody out here because it's nice and I want to. And Alice will probably come hang out with me. I'm gonna go find her. I think she's sleeping right now, but she'll probably want to come play out here too. So we're gonna do this in the backyard. I have a little helper that joined me. Are you helping? Are you helping? Oh, thank you very much. Okay, well, to show you what my current situation looks like, we've got a lot of bees here. We are pricing a ton of bees. I'm feeling pretty tired, I'm not gonna lie. Tired in general, but also just really tired. I know Alice, she's a little tired too. Really tired of pricing. So I'm actually really excited to be done with pricing today so I can move on to some other things I want to do for market prepping. I feel like this vlog is just me pricing stuff, but you know, it is what it is. I'm showing, I don't know what that was, Alice. That was some sort of bird. But you know, here I am. I'm being real. I'm showing real behind the scenes. It's not pretty always. And sometimes it means you're pricing for 4 hours out of your day. But you know what? We're still doing it. Alice is a little tired, but she's still being a team player. She's still helping me out here. And we're going to finish up pricing right now. Are you tired? Oh my goodness. What is that? Alice, what is it? What? What is it? She's so cute. Got finished pricing all of these. I put them in my giant tote bag, so I'm going to bring that inside. But I also brought my Market Prep planner out here. It's my binder that I have it printed out in. So this is a product that I actually sell on my website, and it's a printable planner all about prepping for your market. So I just have the booth brainstorm page pulled out. I was doing some brainstorming on what I want my actual display to look like, and I'm not going to be doing a ton of that today just because I have so much pricing and inventory to do, but I wanted to just hop on here and ask if you want to see some more behind the scenes of me actually doing my booth display and going through all of my displays and organizing everything. Let me know in the comments because I definitely want to do that. I also started sketching out a little bit of some ideas. I'm super excited. So again, this is a product I sell on my website. If you want to look more into it, it has a ton of pages and I'm not gonna go through all of it, but yeah, I love using this thing and I'm going to actually use it some more when I am prepping for the actual display. I went through and I priced all of the pumpkins, and I actually didn't end up doing SKU numbers on them because I'm trying out some new prices and I didn't want to update it on my Square system yet. So I'm trying $8 for these ones, $12 for these ones, and I'm going to try $16 for this size here. I honestly think that's kind of on the low end for these, but it is a summer market, so I'm going to see if they sell for that at a summer market. And of course, I have all of this stuff that I priced today. This stuff down here was already priced, but everything in the bags I went through price today. This bag is full of stuff that I priced today, and this box as well. So lots of stuff to go through. We're going to go through and inventory all of this when I get home from my spin class. So anyways, I am so excited to see how much I actually have in this inventory right now. Okay, first of all, let's just ignore the fact it looks like I live out of my car. I do not, even though it definitely, it looks like that right now. I know, I actually moved a bunch of stuff over. There's yarn back there, there's crochet projects, and I don't even know. So let's just not even, don't look back there. But I am about to head out, go to my workout class, and I'm actually probably gonna stop by Michael's or Hobby Lobby after because it's in walking distance of those. So, I kind of have to go. It's dangerous. I'm also going with Montana, who runs Tana Banana Co. And she's my crochet buddy here in Spokane. Well, I have a lot of crochet buddies, but she's a good friend of mine who also crochets. Now, I do have some chicken snugglers that I know I want to make because I only have 6 of them. I thought I had more than that. I only have 6 of them made to sell. I definitely want to make more of those. So I'm thinking I got to get some chicken colors. So hopefully I have time to stop by there on my way home. And then Peyton said he can help me with some inventory tonight. So we're going to do that tonight still. And yeah, time to go get my booty kicked in my spin class. I have gotten here a couple minutes early. And there's a Hobby Lobby and a Michael's right here. I'm going to go run into Michael's really, really quick. I actually only have like 10 minutes to go in there, grab some yarn. So I'm on a time crunch right now, and let's go do it. I think that was my first time ever going to a craft store without buying something. But I really do need to run to my class. So I don't know, when I didn't see anything that I needed. They were out of the yarn I needed. So I had some good self-control and I didn't have time to find things that I didn't need. By my sweaty, nasty hair, I just finished the workout, and of course Montana knew exactly where to get the speckled yarn because she knows everything about Bernat yarn, and apparently my Joann's actually has it in stock. So I'm gonna go to Joann's. It's not even really on my way home, but I'm gonna go out a little bit out of my way just to go by Joann's to try to find this yarn because I want to use some of it later tonight. And anyways, after tagging all day, I deserve a little yarn treat. So I'm gonna go get myself some yarn at Joann's. Hopefully it's still there, and I'll bring you with me to Joann's. Yeah, it was a good workout. I'm really sweaty. I feel kind of gross. I need to go take a shower too. But anyways, let's go to Joann. Gosh, Joann's is just my favorite of all time. I love it so much. I love you, Joann. In case you were wondering, this yarn was not on sale and I only had 1 coupon. So probably not the best way to spend my money, but I am sorry. This speckled yarn, are you kidding me? This is gonna make the cutest chickens I have ever seen. Are you kidding me? This is the ones I've actually been using. So anyways, I had to get this yarn, and you know what? It's okay that it wasn't on sale because the way I calculated my prices, I always calculate if the yarn isn't on sale. And if it is on sale, that's an extra bonus, but you're not always gonna get the yarn you need on sale. So I like to calculate my prices with it being full price on yarn, and then if it is on sale or I have a coupon, then it knocks them off and I profit more on the product. And of course I like to save where I can, but I could not help myself. I had to get some stuff. I had to. So this is what I got, and I'm really excited to make chickens with them. I am back home from spin. I took a shower and made dinner for Peyton and I, and now we are going to get through some of this inventory. We're actually in the backyard because we have more room to spread out and get through all of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a piece of paper and a pen, and I'm just going to go through everything and tell him what to write down. So this is probably going to take a while. I'm probably going to have to time lapse some of this, but yeah, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to figure out how much stuff I actually have for this market so far. I am so excited. So let's just get started. This is Peyton. He's going to be helping me. This is my husband.
All right.
Okay, that's all he's going to say. But that is who is helping me behind the scenes right now. I am going to go through. We're going to have him write things down as I'm going through it. So you have the pen and my pink binder. So far, we have 6 chickens. Oh, and by the way, do not judge my outfit because after 4 p.m., I'm technically not working anymore, even though I am right now, but it's because of the vlog. So I usually wear comfy clothes at this point. So get comfy and let's get going. Okay, next will be bees. BBs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm time lapsing this. I think we're getting through this faster than I thought I would. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all of the scrunchies in this bag, and then I'm gonna count them as I go, transferring them to this bag. So, got a lot going on here. This is my empty bag. This is my scrunchie bag. We're gonna go through and count all of these. So let's do it. 97, 98, 99, 100, 3 scrunchies. They're all the fluffy scrunchies. So there's a lot of those, and I hope they sell well. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. But I definitely want to make some more of those, but 20 for now. I'll stick that on the top there. So this is our current situation. Lots going on here. We've got, you want a video of you? Here's my helper. And my other helper. Hi! So we are just gonna get through this last bin of stuff, and then we're going to tally up how much inventory I actually have. Earlier, I guessed that I have $4,000 worth of inventory, and I'm still gonna stick with that. I still feel like I'm about there. Do you know? Do you have a?
More than your guess.
More than 4,000? Okay, he thinks more than 4,000. I feel like it's 4,000-ish. 3 to 4,000, I'm gonna guess that. Okay, so let's get through this last bin. We did it. We inventoried everything that I have. Peyton wrote it all on a piece of paper, so I'm probably gonna go through, update that in my inventory, and then we'll calculate how much I actually have of everything. So I actually went through and organized some of this as well, so it's gonna be a lot easier when I go set up at my market. Things are actually organized by colors and sizes and all those things. So anyways, this is a little look at it, and let's go tally up how much all of this actually is. So here is everything that Peyton helped me inventory, and yeah, he has really good handwriting. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tally everything up here, and we're gonna get like the final value of how much I have in my inventory, but I'm going to update all of my stuff, my spreadsheets and all that another day. And yeah, this is gonna be good enough for now, and then I will keep this so I know how much I have, and we don't have to do that all over again, and I can update that another time. So let's go through, tally everything up. I'm so curious to see how much I actually have in my inventory. We're really bad at gauging. I have a ton of numbers going on here, so now I'm just gonna add it together everything. $132 in chickens, $384 in my bees, $952 of Addy knitting machine beanies, which is a lot. I got 36, 96, 128, 18. These are all pumpkins that I'm selling. And then for my clearance bin, I didn't do the full price, so I'm just doing the $10 for each item I had in the clearance bin, and I had 12 items, so that's 120. Let's see here. We got, oh my gosh, this is crazy. We've got $828 in the baby bear hats. We've got $100 in the next size up of the bear hats. I've got $432 in baby booties and $600 in scrunchies. That's so many scrunchies. I sell them for $5. 105. Yep, that is right. We've got 80. And that is a grand total of $5,825. $5,825 of inventory. I am genuinely so impressed right now. I actually did not think it was going to be that much, and I'm really happy with that. I got to write that down somewhere. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, keep in mind, okay, I am not planning on selling everything at this show. If I did, that would be kind of awesome. So I have been prepping all year so far for my fall market. So a lot of this stuff is fall items. I'm not sure how it's going to sell in June, but I'm really excited about this. I'm really, really excited. I feel a whole lot better knowing that all the product that I have that I'm bringing to the show is priced It's organized, it's ready to go. There's still a lot more stuff that I want to make and do for the show, just because a lot of this is winter stuff. I do want to make some more chickens. That's why I got that yarn today. Here, let me give you a closer look at that, by the way. This is the almond from Bernat, and this is what I've been making the chickens with already, and it's really pretty. And I also got this speckled, and it's called Cream, which I'm obsessed with. Thank you, Montana, for letting me know Joann's brought back the speckled yarn. I also grabbed some in Dapple Shadow. I really think these are going to turn out super fun for chickens, so I definitely want to add those. I definitely want to do some more keychains just so I have some more smaller priced options available for my customers at this market. But $5,825, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm feeling a lot more confident. And you know what? Even if I don't get all this stuff done leading up to my market, I feel really good about it still. Also, please don't compare your inventory to mine right now. I haven't done a market in 4 months, maybe a while. I haven't done one for a while, and my last one was a really slow one. So this is inventory that was, a lot of it was left over from last season. And then I did a bunch of things like the Market Prep challenge and getting through a lot of my yarn stash. That is why I have so many Addie knitting machine beanies, is because I had so much yarn that I could use for that. I just wanted to thank you so much for hanging out with me in today's video. I had a lot of fun with you. And honestly, you made market prepping and market planning so much more fun. If we're not friends on Instagram yet, be sure to be friends with me over there, because I post a ton of behind the scenes over there as well. I'm on there every day. I answer all my DMs, and I love chatting with you and connecting with you over there. So be sure that you are friends with me over there. And I will see you, my friends, in this video next. This is one of my markets that I did in the past, and I think you're really gonna like this one. And if you like this video, please hit the like button down below. It really does help me out a whole lot. I'm trying to grow the channel, get my videos out to more makers like you. I'm gonna get to bed and wait for Peyton to come home with my ice cream. So thanks again so much for hanging out with me in today's video, and I will see you, my friend, next time. Bye.